So I'm about to turn on my system here, improve Overunity again, and I didn't even put that much effort into this diode chain. Literally just an up-down diode chain. In the back center is where you connect earth ground, and that's where you get your Overunity from. This device acts as an energy pump from the earth. I simulated this device on many circuit simulators, and the results are amazing. It works. And you can see in here I ran my ground wire through the center just so it doesn't arc out. It literally just goes right through here. You can see it. I connect this to earth ground. Literally just connects to earth ground. And there's nothing magical about it. It's earth ground in your electrical outlet. If you don't know what earth ground is in your electrical outlet, you probably shouldn't be watching these videos. So I'll take the modified diode chain, put it on my device. Might have to put the, well, I don't want to put the camera down. I'm going to just pop this through. Popping it through, feeding it through, earth ground connection. Still didn't get through yet. There we go. So, earth ground cable goes through the middle. It had to go through the middle because it was shorting everything out. So, I got this to sit in the center now, perfectly even. Earth ground goes to the back. And this is key. You need the earth ground to get the energy extraction, the Overunity. And then I connect the output leads, wherever they went. I think they went down here. So I'll connect my leads. And I should have marked negative and positive on this diode chain. Then I'm going to try and come up with it like this. And you can't have anything touching the huge top load here because it acts as a huge capacitor. So this thing is going. Oop, almost had it fall again. Not quite. I really should stabilize that, but I'm always pressed for time. So you can see where all the connections are going. Nothing crazy. I'll try and make it look a little cleaner. Power supply cord powers the circuit. There's nothing back here. There's nothing in the device other than pipes and one ground wire. There's nothing under the desk. There's nothing secretly hidden in my room anywhere. So I'll turn the device on and we will see the power output in milliamps. So, consuming 30 watts, outputting 54 milliamps, consuming 28 watts. And we got juice here. Here's the Overunity. Comes from your grounding. See that? No drain on source when bulb is lit. No drain on source. Bulb on. 28 watts power consumption. Bulb off. There was a small drain that time. That's interesting. Usually there never is. Oh no, maybe it's just fluctuating. Okay, so our voltage is probably 1 or 2 kV. Like you can see that right there. Current is almost 53 milliamps at 1 kV. We'll underround it to be safe. And when I disconnect the ground, you'll see the current drop. See that? Disconnected the ground, current dropped. Connect the ground, current goes way up. So again, no ground, current drops to 14 milliamps. Connect the ground, almost 60 milliamps. And these are too close, I bet. You don't want these to arc out. So yeah, we got power. I'm trying to see how high I can get it. Without any arc out occurring. Well, that's getting kind of dangerous now. We'll see what that can do. And then you would use this by storing it in capacitors to have it run a load. That's very bright. Try and get it tuned perfect. So we got 40 milliamps flowing through that bulb. Power consumption did not change. This device even looks like an energy pump. It's kind of funny. I'm going to try and improve my ground and see if I get better power. Jeez, I can't disconnect that light bulb. Ouch. Hold on a sec. I have to disconnect this bulb. Alright. I swear, you start filming, everything will fight you. Like, everything. So, system is off, I'll turn it back on. Okay, I'm going to try and improve the ground. So I will take this second ground connection, which just plugs down there. Right now we're using the one that's up here. I will connect a second ground connection and see how much power it boosts to. Not much. So second ground didn't really do too much. Ooh, no, it helps a little. It helps by 1 milliamp. So I'm going to run a long ground cable. I wonder what this one would do. That's on the opposite end of my room. This ground cable. So I'll give this one a shot. I'll connect it up. You'll have to bear with me, guys. I'm doing things one-handed after work. So I'll connect this thing up. So I connected this up to a long lead. I'll add this ground, we'll see what it does. No improvement. No improvement at all. Interesting. And I did have interesting effects when I moved the device further away from ground. The current will go up. No, it's dropping in that case. Now it's increasing in current. I'll move the meter over here. Moving the device. Oh, goddamn, I hate when that happens. I really have to stabilize that. Right, we're back on. It shows you how tough these devices are when built right. I'm going to connect that big bulb. So we got about 1 kV here at 50 milliamps. That's quite a decent amount of power. Like, that's more than our input. Yeah, like that. Look at that. That's more than our input. Oh my god, that's bright. I'm gonna move the meter. There's too much stuff going on here. There we go. The setup looks a lot cleaner. Move all this junk out of the way. Primary, secondary, huge capacitance as the extra coil. Power consumption hasn't changed, 26 watts. I'll disconnect the load, there'll be no change. Disconnecting load. Oh, interesting, there was a change that time. Usually there isn't. This is why we do these tests. Hold on, this lead is screwed up. I swear, man, nothing wants to work right. Oof, that's bright. It's 28 watts. Disconnect the load. So it uses more power without running the load. The input power drops when connecting the load. How does that happen? Load disconnected. Load. That is strange. Oh, that bulb's getting hot. We still have wireless power capability. But it's very much detuned. That having the ground cable go to the center of the device detunes it. But we're already at Overunity right now. I need to get a very heavily insulated ground cable. Like some kind of special high voltage wire. That is nuts. I'll back up and let you see that. Look at that. That is bright. That's one hell of an energy pump. Ground disconnected. Look how dim that gets with no ground. I can't even see what I'm doing. Ground connect. Hold on, I can't see what I'm doing. I'll do it this way. So, no ground, ground, no ground, ground, no ground, ground, no ground, ground. And that little wireless power detector is glowing down there. That's awesome. No ground, ground. Notice when I add the ground, the power detector gets brighter. I have to connect this again somehow. Just doesn't want to reach. There we go. So as you can see, it's sucking power out of the ground. Damn. It's getting hot too. 29 watts, maybe 30. If I got that ground out of the center, it probably would consume less power and output more. Show you the incandescent again. Glows. Runs incandescent, but oh my god, no problem. It's running the incandescent bulb and the LED. So the trolls can suck on that one. Real free energy pump. You have to put a little bit of power in and you can extract so much more out. Ooh, see, that's what we don't want to have happen. Arc out. I need very insulated wires. Yeah, I'm gonna make a more improved diode chain soon. Those bad boys come in a microscopically sized, well, a very small square package, and you can get so many in one tiny spot, and you can extract so much power now. Look at that. All that power in the palm of my hand. I can feel that heat too. I can feel heat, a lot of heat coming off that. Like, damn, dude. This is like magical technology. And again, I'll remove the ground connection. Look at that! Look at that! It goes right out. Add the ground. Boom! 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 And I'm just scratching the surface with this technology. But yeah, a lot more to come. Stay tuned, and if you want to fund this technology, feel free to. Overunity has been confirmed. There's no doubt about it. You can literally suck power out of the ground with this system. And I simulated it on circuit simulators. You can get up to megawatts of power theoretically out of the ground with this thing. And the power is believed to come from cosmic bodies, space, the Earth itself, the cosmic microwave background, which is a radio signal that's always on in the universe. And yeah, a lot more to come. I have a plan for an even better coil. I'll put it right here, see if I can show it. So, a lot of those research papers I was reading in that last vid I posted, I have a feeling this coil will be very good, so I'm thinking of having this will be my circuit, this is my modified Slayer circuit that runs the coil, the primary. So it really is simple. You don't even need, this will just boost it. You don't even need this other LC circuit. So we're trying to separate cause from effect in the new coil system I'm going to build, the improved one. So we're going to have the Slayer exciter circuit here, my modified one, going to an LC circuit that's perfectly matched. It's just an inductor and a capacitor that will be perfectly in tune with the primary, which you can easily figure out using online calculators. Your primary is always a quarter the size of your secondary. Like, that's resonance 101. If you don't know that, man, then you gotta do some reading and studying. Always want to be quarter wave resonance. So your primary is a quarter the size of your secondary. I'm thinking of leaving a 1-inch space between the extra coil, which is going to be, again, the extra coil will be the same size as the primary. So 1 inch long, 4 inches long on the secondary, and then 1 inch long on the extra coil. And then the huge top load, which will be similar to that one, will be the dielectric antenna. and I'm thinking of adding a high voltage diode with a resonant LC capacitor here, because what's going to happen is we set up the oscillation. It goes up the coil. It goes through here. You're building up that resonance so it can resonate out, but then the field collapses and goes to resonate back in. It can't. It's blocked by this diode. So you've separated the charge. You created charge separation. You created a separation from source, and this should greatly help, I believe, in theory. So it goes boom, boom, huge voltage potential. The EMF goes to collapse. It can't get through that diode, but it can't fully collapse either because this is oscillating so fast. The next pulse comes up, and the power should keep gaining and gaining, and a shock wave getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you do it right, I theorize this up here will probably get warm during operation because it's building so much power. And my top loads already do get warm, only with 20 to 30 watts input. Like, they get very warm. I wish I had a temperature gun to show you that. So again, we can ignore this. We don't even need that. This would just be for perfecting the design. It would be the Slayer exciter circuit, my modified one, goes to here, primary, 1 inch long, secondary, 4 inches long, 1 inch space to avoid interference and to separate cause from effect in the coil. Goes through a diode and a resonant capacitor. So you basically have your L1 not connected to your L2, L2 connected to the one-way diode and the capacitor, connected to the bottom of your extra coil, top of your extra coil connects to your dielectric antenna, and this is probably going to be a new crazy design. And yeah, we'll see, but the results are insane. They're stunning from such simple systems, and stay tuned, and a lot more to come.